Meanwhile, it was day 2 of the first fentanyl murder trial in Placer County. They had opening statements and witness testimony as a 20-year-old suspect faces homicide charges in a fentanyl-related death. ABC 10's Roxanne Elias has more tonight from the courthouse.
Chris and Laura, it was an emotional day here at the courthouse as the family of Kade Webb and those in support saw some of the evidence presented in the trial. They're holding off on speaking to us until there's a verdict, but they say they're asking for justice.
I love my kids and I love all the other kids that I've come to know that have lost their lives, and I just don't want this for another single person.
Laura Collanton is attending Carson Schewe's trial to show support for Kade Webb's family. The 20-year-old is charged with his murder after Webb died on December 3rd, 2021 of a fentanyl poisoning. Collanton is the mother of Spencer Newsom, who also died of fentanyl poisoning in September 2020. She believes Schewe also sold drugs to her son. The mother of 3 was present as prosecutors and the defense gave their opening statements. Prosecutors gave an overview of what they believe happened. They say Webb was struggling with addiction and had been sent to rehab twice before he died. On the last day of his life, he returned from rehab, left to get a haircut, and got in an Uber. Later that night, he was found dead in the bathroom of a Safeway. Snapchat conversations show Webb asked Schewe for pills. On the other side, the defense only took a few minutes. They asked the jury to keep in mind 3 things as they listened to evidence in the case: liability, logic, and science, and if there was malice involved. The first witness brought to the stand was Kade's father, Kurt Webb. He recalled being worried at some point when his son didn't come back after leaving. The family declined to speak on camera as to not disrupt the case. But Collanton says she wants the trial to set an example.
I'm hoping that it'll send a message to the public that this is not tolerated. This is not okay. You can't sell a drug and deceive people.
Collanton says Placer County is taking the steps to tackle the fentanyl crisis. She's hoping it sends a message to others.
They're setting precedent all over the state and hopefully the country, and I hope everybody's listening and learning and will follow their example.
The trial will take a break on Wednesday and resume back on Thursday. That is when we're expected to hear from other witnesses, including doctors taking the stand. Back to you in studio.
Roxanne, thank you. Keep in mind, a group of lawmakers recently announced new policies to try and tackle the fentanyl crisis. It comes after they met with healthcare leaders, law enforcement, and the Department of Corrections. Take a look. The group came up with 3 main ideas. The first is to increase access to treatment. Number 2 is providing enhanced addiction services for people in the criminal justice system. And number 3 would penalize fentanyl trafficking of the horse tranquilizer xylazine. It's laced in fentanyl all across the nation. The plan is now getting support from healthcare workers.
It is hard to watch so many people, young people, suffering with substance use disorders, and to have those families lose those young people far too early. Not having the tools to help to make a difference takes a toll on our healthcare system as well.
Lawmakers point to recent data that shows there are more than 12,000 overdose deaths a year in California alone. More than half are related to fentanyl. Also, Black and Latinos in the state have seen a 200% increase in deaths since 2017.